Hey guys, what's going on? You're in the secret level here with Gurns, and it's time for another secret level tip. And in this video, we're going to go through storing your items. Some ways you can set up the different storage items to make things a little bit easier and more efficient. Alright, so anyway, we'll check out the secret level tips room here. And let's see what we have down in this chest over here. So here's the first storage area, guys, this one being my main one for all the different stuff that I collect basically during adventuring, more or less at least. And this one here, as you can see, is chest. That would be the first storage item. Pretty obvious, I guess, guys. But anyway, just real quick, in this world here, I decided to have it set up more or less everything close together like this, rather than having different rooms for different materials or different items and stuff like that. Just because I wanted to make this as efficient as possible. My little storage area and crafting area is more or less connected here. So anyway, the reason why is because, as you can see, I have some of my bars and ores here, for example, in this chest here. And if I wanted to craft something out of bars or ores, you don't necessarily have to take it out of the chest. As long as you're standing near the crafting station, like I have the anvil here, the furnace here, and a workbench right up there, just so it's near the chest, I can just go to the crafting station and craft whatever I need to out of bars and ores, assuming I have the other materials necessary to craft that in my inventory. So yeah, and same goes with some of the other chests up here that are close to the crafting stations, the ones that I use mainly at least, like the workbench and the furnace and the anvil. So yeah, materials, and I guess I'll go through some of the different chests here so you can see what I have set up for what purpose. I have stone and dirt, 2 for blocks basically, 2 for different materials, 1 for traps, ammo, and bombs, 2 for different decoration stuff, 1 for mounts, pets, and summoning items, another one just for other. So there's a second one here for accessories. This is backup actually, but the main accessories one is down here near the Tinker's workshop. So whenever I need to make something, just open that up, go to the crafting window, and it shows what I have available to make. Nice and convenient. And same thing with one down here near the extractlinator. I have first one that's for silt, slush, and fossil. So whenever I'm ready to extractlinate something, it'll be right here near it. Nice and convenient. And again, I have one down here for dyes, 2 of them I should say, near the dye vat. Alright? So but up here I also have one for golden furniture, obsidian decor, green dungeon decor stuff basically, blue and pink dungeon decor stuff, 1 for banners, another one for paint and building stuff, 2 for brick and wall, different kinds of brick and wall, and the last one here for boss summoning items, stuff like that. A lot of voodoo dolls there. So anyway, now yeah, that's basically the setup I have here as far as my main storage area goes. And I just find it also convenient because you can see how all the areas here, or sorry, not areas, but all the different chests are nice and close together. So if I come back from whatever exploring and I have a whole bunch of different kind of items in my inventory, which I always do basically whenever I come back, I don't have to go all over the place depositing, a couple things at a time. I can just come back to this area here and just click the quick deposit, just like that, and everything will get deposited nice and efficiently without having to go through a whole bunch of different chests and different areas and stuff, right? And oh yeah, lastly down here I have a chest for seeds and herbs, as well as another one for fishing, and one for like building potions and just other potions basically, and another one up here for my battle potions, which is actually the fighting potions, not actual battle potions, potions that I use for fights. Okay, and yeah, I keep these down here because it's near my alchemy crafting station, as well as the imbuing station over here. Make it nice and convenient. Alright, so, and just real quick, there are actually 2 other kind of chest items here, the barrel as well as the trash can, which you can also make. They're basically exactly the same as chests, except that they one of them looks like a barrel and the other one looks like a trash can. So if you want to have a barrel somewhere or a trash can for whatever reason, you can use that. I just find there's too many chests that I want to use already to be able to actually get a chance to use these 2 things. So there's like 40 different chests that you can choose from, guys, so I would prefer those over a barrel or a trash can, but if you want to make one, there you go. Alright, so anyway, we'll get on to the next part here, guys. So here's my next storage area, guys, and in this area I use mainly item frames, weapon racks, and mannequins, and I chose this setup here because this is more or less where I keep my different builds. I have a magic build here, a ranged build, and a melee build. So this way I can have the different armor sets and the different weapons as well as the accessories over here easily viewable and accessible basically if I want to switch between different builds. So you can set up 1-2 specifically for like a healing build with its appropriate accessories and weapons or whatever, or specific range builds, you know, whatever, you can use whatever you want really. So I just find it kind of convenient and a lot nicer to look at too than just keeping everything in chests. So also I use them as well over here, as you can see, for all the different vanity items and the armor sets that I've used over my adventures, so I don't have to just throw them out. It's kind of nice to have them on display just to kind of be able to look back and yeah, kind of see the progression as well as different weapons I have over there as well. So yeah, kind of a cool way to store your weapons and your armors and your different builds like this over here. Alright, so we'll get on to the next part now, guys. So now we have your portable storage items, guys, and these are very, very handy for your adventuring. One is the money trough and also the piggy bank and the safe. And there is a fourth one too, the Defender's Forge, that you can get a bit later on from the Dungeon Defender content. I just haven't bothered to grab it yet. But anyway, they're very handy for your adventuring. As you probably notice, when you're out there, your inventory gets filled up with a whole bunch of different things that you probably don't want to throw away. So your inventory gets filled up pretty fast. So anyway, normally what I do is I keep this money trough with me here, which you can get during a blood moon. So if you haven't had a blood moon just yet, you don't really have to have the money trough. It's just a little bit more convenient because you can basically just summon a piggy bank floating in the air instead of having to place it on a table. Alright, so I could just open that there, and then normally what I would do is grab a safe out of here, throw it on the ground, because safes can just go on the ground instead of having to go on a table, and then deposit all, grab my safe, and throw it back in the piggy bank. And the piggy bank I also use to store a whole bunch of items that I use very frequently and more or less want accessible anywhere I am, so I don't have to worry about keeping chests and so forth, because I need them all over the place, like wiring stuff, fishing stuff, and summoning item stuff and so forth, right? As well as a place to deposit my money nice and easily when I'm on the go, so I don't have to worry about dying and losing a whole bunch of platinum, which I so often do anyway. But yeah, like for example, I can just throw out the piggy bank just like that, quick stack, and all my money will go in there and I can just continue on my way. Very nice and easy like that. So, and I decided to keep it this way as opposed to putting all this stuff inside the safe, because I find that I access these things more often than I do depositing things in the safe. So whenever I am adventuring, it's just a matter of just opening my piggy bank, throwing down a safe real quick, opening up the safe, depositing everything, picking it back up, and again, putting it back in here. Nice and easy, just like that. Alright. So a couple other storage tips here, guys, are at my farms, I keep a chest at each of my farms where I keep things that I normally need to have at that farm, which is usually battle potions and sometimes clintaminators. I have different clintaminators at different farms, so I don't have to worry about going back and grabbing it. It's always there and available in a chest, just like that, as well as sometimes a summoning item weapon depending on the farm, as well as also depending on the farm, if I have a chlorophyte patch here, I also keep a chest with mud block there, so I can, whenever I'm here to grab a bit of chlorophyte like that, I can just easily go in the chest and replace it with mud block without having to worry about forgetting more mud block back at the base or something like that. So yeah, very nice and easy. And lastly, guys, at my fishing farms, inside a chest, I keep different kinds of bait, as well as different kinds of fishing potions, and a clintaminator, once again, if necessary. They're all over the place in my world here. And also, I keep, as well in my piggy bank, just so it's readily available, my fishing gear as well, as you already saw earlier, alright? Alright guys, so there's some storage tips for you. Now that being said, this was just the way that I decided to set up my storage in this world here. If you want to do it a different way, feel free to go ahead. It's not worse by any means. There are tons of ways you can set up your storage. I just decided to do it this way and more or less explain the reasoning behind it. Alright, so anyway guys, that's the video, and be sure to leave a like if it helped, and also subscribe here if you're new to the channel to join me, Gurns. I'm always making more videos like this, as well as other types of how-to videos, and I'm just starting a Necromancer playthrough that you might want to join in on. Alright, anyways, hope to catch you next time, and this is Gurns exiting the secret level. Take it easy, guys.